Hello everyone, and hello Robert C. This will be a response to both Robert C's contest, very serious one, and also the quite serious, but not on the same kind of serious note, I suppose, thread of how many copies do you have of one album, or the album you have the most copies of, maybe I should say. I'm gonna start off by saying congratulations, Robert C. You're one of the most warm-hearted men here in the vinyl community. I love to see your videos and hear you talk about stuff. You're a very verbal man, intellectual man, and yeah, I love your videos. And I try to catch up as often as I can. I see most of the videos here in the vinyl community on my phone, and recently I've been having a lot of YouTube problems with streaming, but when I can when I can see videos, I get pretty obsessed and I want to see all of them, so I did that this night. So anyway, I saw your contest a long time ago and I promised you a response, so like I said, congratulations, you deserve many subscribers. I like the fact that you're so interested in music, you want to learn more, you know, you want to learn more of what metal I show and so on, and you like the prog stuff, and you have a huge collection of Japanese cool stuff. Now, I don't have lots of Japanese stuff, but I watched your video and I was thinking, and today I wanted to do a response. I've been waiting for some time. I was dealing with some parts of life, the more serious, darker stuff. Right before this, I was actually ordering flowers to a funeral which I will be attending of a friend of mine, and I often think about the most serious stuff in life. Actually, too often. So I've been thinking many times of what will happen with this and that, and of course a huge part of me and my life is about music, and now my collection, both this and my CD collection. I love the vinyl format foremost, but I also have a large or a deep connection, a special connection to the most part of my CD collection, I had to say. And I have tapes, DVDs, and VHSs too, metal stuff, and I actually asked the person I live with the other day if something happens to me, you know, tomorrow or in the future, what do you think? What do you want to do? Because if we are living together, you know, still, then whatever happens, I'm gonna leave it up to you. And the person answered that they couldn't get rid of the stuff, you know, it's me, so they'd keep it. And I'm thinking like this, you know, I've thought, you know, of this so many times, you know, when I was married before, and then I didn't have a huge vinyl collection, but I had most of the CDs, and I have also a quite large movie collection. And I was thinking about stuff then, and I'm not sure of that person that they would keep that, and I think most of the people we know, or so at least for me, wouldn't keep that, but the person I'm living with today would keep it. And I've been thinking before, you know, it's not that I don't care. I actually feel a bit emotional or you know, hurt if someone would just leave all the stuff, not care, and just leave all the stuff to a second hand or so. And especially I'm thinking like you want to leave it to your son, which I completely understand the value. I like Brandon, I have similar way of registering my records, not the tapes and all that, but my records, and so that I or someone else can go through that and see what kind of pressing it is and stuff, in some kind of way help. I've talked about this with the friend of mine who owns the record store, which I changed, so I have my new turntable. He flat out asked me one time what he's a bit older than me and has a couple of kids and is married, and what will you do? You know, I have a system, so my family don't get ripped off. You know, if I pass before them, you know, that they will not give away or sell this and that record for that cheap price, you know. And I don't have prices written down, but I hope for someone who are not as interested as me, they would understand. I know the person I live with would. So it's pretty hard, you know. I've been a bit personal on this channel before. Yeah, I don't have any blood relatives left, and that I'm close to anyway, and if it was up to the relatives which I'm hardly related to, they don't care much. They don't understand me and they don't care much about me at all, so they probably actually just throw it away, you know, give it away. They wouldn't care at all if I like this and that. They don't really know me or know my interests at all. And so if it was up to them, I guess my whole home just would get sold or so. And that was my thoughts a couple of years ago when I got divorced, you know, and yeah, I kind of lived by that thought, that would happen if I passed, you know. If I passed away and something happened to me. One who has dealt with certain things in life, you know, losing people, I believe, either way, you totally block off all of these thoughts because they're too hard to have, you know, they're too heavy to walk around with, to live with, and I can understand that. They are hard to live with, you know, every day isn't easy or light. It's all about handling stuff and attitude, but now I do not know. I think if I'm not here yesterday, if this was my last video, I think that the person I am living with would keep at least most of my records. I said that please sell it if you have to sell some stuff, you know. But yeah, it kind of saddens me if all of these are gone, you know, because yeah, I love some of these records so much that yeah, I'll kid of the thought, you know. I kind of joke to myself once in a while that if I died tomorrow, you know, I would want kind of a Viking or Egyptian burial, you know, and get buried with my records, you know. Get a huge, just dig a hole, a huge hole, just burn me there and put all my records in there, and I'll take them with me in my next life, you know. I kind of that, or just send me off on a boat somewhere, my corpse on a boat, all the records, yeah, we'd probably sink, but yeah. Anyway, that's kind of, you know, I love these albums. Most of these records I love so much. For me, it's like hanging out with family sometimes when I listen to special records. That's why I want a physical copy, you know. I feel something that it's a feeling I don't get anywhere else, you know. It's nature, and it's listening to special records that give me that feeling. The music I love, and that stimulates me, that how to say, that surprises me also. I don't take that music for granted, or how to say. That's the kind of thing I like. So, you know, I lost my father like 10 years ago now, and he didn't have a huge vinyl collection. I sold that vinyl collection because he didn't have much emotions connected to that, and it was pretty worn, but he had a more big CD collection, and I've kept those CDs, and I have most of that CDs I have in a cupboard, and I take them out once in a while and play them, and just to honor, you know. And that's the way I am. I have emotions anyway connected to some things. I cannot say just I don't have any emotions to any objects, any physical things, because yes, I do. I cannot get rid of all the stuff, and I sometimes have a hard time doing that if it belonged to people I loved or so, but especially if it was something that symbolizes them. So I have his jazz, blues and all of that left, and I don't think he would care if I didn't have it as much, but that's the way I feel. I want to keep it, and I will never get rid of that stuff. So what happens to them and the records, I cannot decide. I can say to the closest people, or the closest one, I can say my wishes, but I know how different people act when it comes to life, and especially death. How they deal with it very differently, so you never really know, you know. But I can see, Robert, you joked about one's aunt or something going in and just, yeah, that's the way I feel about my so-called relatives there. I feel a closer kinship with many of you in the vinyl community, and I must say, if I have children, if I have any children in the future and I pass when I'm older, you know, I of course the very ultimate wish for me, if I you know die when I'm older, much older, I want these records to go to my children, my child or children. I want them to inherit it if they want to. They can play it, they can scratch it if they want to. It's theirs to keep. They can choose if they want to or not. If it's too hard to have them, if that brings out too many memories, good or bad, or whatever, they don't have to. But if they want to keep it like I keep my father's CDs, that's my ultimate wish that these ones, which I have got in different ways, I have searched so much to get these. I've gotten some excellent VCLT, some gifts from you guys. I don't want this collection to just, you know, stop here. Yeah. And I suppose many of you guys know, you know, that are out digging much, like I myself am, going to secondhand flea markets and stuff. That there are lots of kids, or grown-up people, but kids to fathers and stuff, that are selling their fathers' old records, and people who has passed by, and you know, I feel honored to continue the collection, because if their family or whatnot, their friends doesn't want to keep collecting or needs the money or whatever, yeah, your record will do lots of good in my home. You know, I see it as a bit of a treasure to pass along, to take care of. That's why I'm not very scared of worn covers and such. It's okay. The records have had a long life, and if it's old records, you know, maybe they've had a couple of owners, or at least one who's played it a lot or kept it in pristine condition. People are different. So, good thread. I've been seeing some responses here. I liked Brandon's way of, you know, his mother getting the collection, his great collection, or that he has a registry of people, and his mother can, you know, pick out people who can choose from his. That's really great too. I wish I had more, you know, close friends that liked music or records, collecting stuff like I do, because then I would just pass along different genres or bands to them. But yeah, that's my response. I'll soon be back. Have to change sides, show you the album I have the most copies of. Okay, Robert C. That was very, very serious. So let's just laugh a little bit and move on to your thread, which I'm incorporating in this video about death and life. And we need a little bit more light because it's getting not too late, but the sun is moving here. So the one album I have the most copies of course I've shown before, it's Opeth Heritage. yeah, so let's move on. Let's have the CDs first. This is the CD version, the special edition of Heritage. It's a very nice package. It's a 3D holographic cover there. I've shoved this into a plastic sleeve here. That's my play copy when it comes to the CD. And here is the book. I'll keep that outside. It's a very nice booklet that comes along with that. I think the only CD I'm missing is the jewel case, the original one of this. But that's available most of the time, right? Now this is the sealed one. You can see it's still has the plastic on. Now this is special because it has the signatures on this book. It's the signed edition. All of the members, the new keyboardist as well. And it has, this edition has the coin, the golden coin. Hope you can see that properly there. Properly. With the Opus logo there, with the O. In Prague we trust. United States of Opus, it says. So that's the coin, which comes with only this signed edition here. Okay, let's move on. The picture disc, which is limited to 500 copies. Unplayed. I don't play their picture discs, so the sound quality, you know, on picture disc, and this is only one. I like the double editions of Heritage, so that's only for collection purposes. Now this is the play copy, the standard black copy of Heritage. Still has some shrink on here. This is the one I play when I listen to the vinyl. Yes. Nothing weird here. I guess I'll be talking almost half an hour. But yeah. And this are shown in my Opus collection video as well. This is the white edition. And this is very, very limited. It was only available in one distro in Sweden. And of course this is unplayed, but it's opened. And as you can see around the tree there, this is signed. This is when I met the band last time, 2 years ago. At a concert I had VIP tickets, like I said before. All of them signed this. With the new keyboard player instead of the old one. So you can see how it looks. Let me show just the record. So white, milk white, or how to say, really white. Mike white. No. Instead of milk white, it's Mike white. But yeah, that's the signed one. That's really my favorite of the bunch. But I don't play that one. I cracked it open just before they signed that. And this is the last one. This is the Heritage box set. As you can tell by this, and this is also not played. This is the first of the versions I got in the mail, straight from the company. Really beautiful. really amazing. I love these Opeth box sets. So that's the newest Opeth album, the one I have the most copies of. Hope you enjoyed that one and my response. Hope to see many more responses to both of these threads. Yeah, it's nice to see people that are not afraid of getting serious, you know, even though it's in different grades, or how to say, different kind of seriousness. But really enjoy you sharing your thoughts of this also, Robert, and take care. Bye.